Alrighty guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do some New Orleans homemade shrimp on bun. So let's start off with our ingredients. I have some white Texas shrimp that I've already deveined and peeled. You want to peel them. I got medium shrimp, you guys. You get larger if you want. I don't get large because I'm using a bun. The seasoning I'm using is Seasonal. This seasoning is exactly what its name, Seasonal. It has all the seasonings. This is the shrimp fry that I'm using. It's a simple shrimp fry, Louisiana simple shrimp fry. You can use whatever shrimp fry you want. I'm using a seeded hamburger bun, and these are my condiments that I'm going to dress my burger with: mayo, mustard, and ketchup. You guys, when New Orleans people say dress, that just means what they're going to put on their burgers. And there's my lettuce. Let's go. So I'm going to start off by putting my grease at 350. I'm using my beautiful cast iron pan that I fried fish in yesterday. And I'm going to fry shrimp in it. It's seafood, so you can fry it in the same thing. But I'm going to put my oil at least 350. Now I'm going to season my shrimp while my oil is getting hot with my seasoned oil. My seasoned oil has all the seasoning that I need. You know, my salt, my black pepper, my cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder in there. So this is all that I need to season my shrimp with. I don't need to marinate the shrimp or anything like that because shrimp doesn't take long to get the flavor. I'm just going to put the seasoned oil all over the shrimp. I'm going to lay the shrimp flat, of course, so that I can season every bit of the shrimp. So when I get the shrimp nice and seasoned, I'm putting them in a plastic plate, you guys. This is something I'm making for at home. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm going to put mustard on my shrimp. This mustard is going to help the coating stick to the shrimp so easily. Instead of doing like the three-step batter where you make the flour, the egg, and things like that, this mustard is a lifesaver. I usually on my chicken also. So I'm just going to spray and squirt mustard all over it. And I'm going to mix that mustard all over my shrimp, my seasoned shrimp, until the mustard is coated onto the shrimp. So once I get that mustard nice and coated on the shrimp, I'm just going to take my shrimp fry and cover these bad boys up as much as I can. I like to pile this flour or shrimp fry, whatever you want to call it. And now after I get it all covered in that flour or shrimp fry, whatever you're using, I'm going to mix it all up. And then I'm going to check my temperature of my grease. My grandmother told me this thing where she would take the flour and just sparkle it in the grease. And if it starts to sizzle a little bit, like not that, it needs to sizzle a little bit more. So I'm going to let it get a little hotter. But as soon as it starts to sizzle a good bit, we know that the temperature is where we need it to be. So I'm just going to continue to mix these shrimp up until the shrimp fry is all over the shrimp, all covered those shrimp. Nice and coated on the shrimp. So when I get my grease nice and to the temperature that I need it to be, I am going to drop all my shrimp into my skillet. I know a lot of people say things about not crowding your pan and things like that because it drops the temperature. But I'm just using shrimp, and shrimp doesn't take that long anyway. So I don't mind just putting as many shrimp as you can into this grease. So when I get all my shrimp in my pan, I'm just going to take I guess you want to say a spoon with holes in it, and move the shrimp around and make sure that all the shrimp are getting covered by that grease and it's getting fried in that grease. This won't take no more than or no less than 10 minutes. Depending on how hard you want your shrimp fried, you're just going to fry into the temperature you want them to be and until they're cooked all the way through. So usually while my shrimp is frying, I go on ahead and put my bread in the oven on boil to toast it. So I'm just going to check my shrimp and it's fried just like I need it to be. I am just going to take a plate that I have with paper towel on to drain the grease. And I'm just going to scoop it up and take my shrimp out of my pot and put it on my paper towel so that it can drain. I'm going to take all my shrimp out, you guys. I mean, this recipe is so simple, easy, and delicious. So we're going to take all our shrimp out and drain the excess oil off of it. And then we're going to put it on our bread that we have toasting in the oven. I have my bread in the oven toasting on boil so it doesn't take too long. And so now I'm going to dress my toasted bun. I got my lettuce, my mustard, my mayo, and my ketchup. I'm also going to add a little hot sauce to it. And I'm just going to put all those things on my sandwich. You can layer your sandwich how you want. And this is how my sandwich came out, you guys. Oh my God. Let's eat.